Hello everybody, this is Hedwig here. Today I brought with me an original series. A ... in the situation line means that the time period has changed. Also, today is my birthday, so happy birthday to me. Let's get right into the video. Hinata-san. Yes? I have a job offer for you, would you take it? Of course. Haha, it's great to see you as lively as this. Thank you, section manager. I need you to write a section about a rising volleyball star. That'd be great, ma'am. Alright, write up your questions and make sure to get it checked with me. I'm counting on you. Hey. Hinata grabbed the files and slowly limped over to his workspace. Alright, I can do this. My first time interviewing a volleyball star. Hinata frowned as he thought of volleyball. It was already an event in the past, so why was he cherishing onto memories of it so dearly? It was like he couldn't let go. Hinata organized his files and began to look through them. He was going to interview. Hinata froze and stared at the familiar face in the file. Shit. It was the black-haired boy's picture printed onto the sheet with information about him. It was unfamiliar seeing his friend wear a uniform in different colors that weren't black and orange. Hinata smiled sadly and stared at the photo. So he really made it big time, eh? Hinata-san, are you saying something? And no. Nothing. Haha. Eh, really? You're acting really awkward, you know. Haha, Sita-san, it's nothing you need to worry about. I was just nervous about my next job. Oh, what is it? I'm interviewing a big-time volleyball star. Haha. You don't seem too happy about it. ... Come on, brighten up. I'm not used to seeing you like this. Whatever it is, don't feel down and wear a big smile like you always do. Sita immediately turned back to work when she noticed the section manager glaring daggers at the two of them. Kojima, would he welcome me with open arms? Or would he hate me? Flashback. One more. Kojima jumped up to toss the ball when he heard the loud slamming of the doors, making the ball fall on his head. You said you'll practice just a little more. It's 6 p.m. boys. Sayamura-san. We're sorry. You should be. Why are you here at this time? Don't ask. I had business to take care of when I heard you boys still practicing. What is it? You see. Sugawara-san? Kojima. What are you doing here this late? Sugawara turns to see the little tangerine, staring at him. Hinata, you too? Capital I. Hontoni gomenasai. You boys go home immediately. After changing, Hinata hopped onto his bike and rode back home like he always did. What was different this time was that he was daydreaming about winning the nationals. The little tangerine knew nothing about anything else, for he was a volleyball idiot. While many students out there were daydreaming about beautiful love, there he was, sitting on his bike daydreaming about the way a volleyball feels when it hits your arms. Then the ball goes BAM and then it goes up like whoosh and lands like POW. Then the crowd goes GWAHH and then Hinata felt the world go black. Huh? Why is everything so black? Have I been kidnapped? Ouch. My knee hurts. A lot. It hurts. Hinata couldn't even cry. Whenever he cried his knee would hurt so bad. He just sat there dazed, having trouble breathing. A neighbor passing by saw Hinata in this state and immediately called the ambulance. Hinata had blood gushing out of his knee, unconscious, laying on the floor. His head had a big bump on it which slowly swelled to be bigger as time passed by. Time skip. Hinata, no. You shouldn't think about this. Focus on your work right now, there's not point dwelling on the past. Hinata opened up a blank document and stared. He was never the brightest guy, but he had the determination and perseverance in him. He began typing the typical questions like how did you start volleyball and do you think your team will win? Hinata frowned at how normal and boring these questions were. He deleted the questions and started writing more. Do you still like milk? So much that you would have a bothered face all day when you can't have a bottle? Do you still use 2 fingers to choose between flavors from the vending machine? Do you remember when Tsukishima would always call you king? Do you remember when I hit the back of your head when I served and you got super duper mad? ... Do you hate me? Do you still miss playing volleyball with me? Do you also have random times when you miss me so much that your heart goes GWAHH and hurts, so much that you have to do something else in order to get rid of it? By now, Hinata could have been mistaken as a zombie, typing away on his document. It was just after a few minutes that he snapped back into reality, noticing what he was doing. ... Do you have anything to say to your fans out there? What do you consider to be your best technique? Hinata knew these questions were unoriginal and dull, but for him, it was better than questions like provoked his emotions and made his heart throb. Flashback. Do not worry, the surgery was successful. It's just a small rip in the ligaments and would heal soon after some rest. Thank you so much, doctor. I was so worried. You see, my son plays volleyball. Well, it's a relief that it isn't a huge injury. Yes, thank you so much, doctor. Hinata limped outdoors, leaning on his mother. His knee still hurt, but it must be fine if the doctor says so, right? Karasuno crackhead's cross-eyed grinning face with stuck-out tongue. Face with wide-open eyes and flushed cheeks. Hinata, you weren't at school today. Yeah, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay, smiling face. I'm just a little sick, sneezing face. Bogue. Hinata Bogue. TCH. I thought idiots never got sick. I guess this is an exception. Saki. Shut up, Yamaguchi. Gomen. Saki. Hinata, how did you get hurt anyways? I just fell off of my bike on the way home, grinning face with smiling eyes and sweat drop. Idiot. Hinata or Kouhei, are you okay? Persevering face. Distraught face with tightly closed eyes. Our precious Kouhei, persevering face. Distraught face with tightly closed eyes. I'm fine, smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. The doctor said that I'll get better soon, beaming face with smiling eyes. That's a relief. Get better soon, smiling face. Hinata closed his phone and looked up at the ceiling. No volleyball for 2 weeks? No way. Hinata leaned over his bed and picked up a ball and did his lonely passing drill with Natsu. 2 weeks later. I'm back. Everybody turned their heads to the gym door, spotting a cheerful orange smiling brightly. Oh. Saki. You're back. Welcome back, Hinata. Hinata's eyes sparkled at the sight of the familiar wooden flue. The net was ripped at the top corner, just like always. The smell of sweat and the freshness of the air made him even more excited. I want a spike. I want a spike. Kajiyama toss. 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 Calm down, Bogue. Spikey. Kajiyama picked up a volleyball and tossed for Hinata, who excitedly jumped up high to spike it. Everybody looked proudly at their Jouncy tangerine, looking so merry. I spiked it. It went whoosh and pow and swish. Time skip. Hinata smiled a bit at the joyful memories he cherished, but soon after grimaced at the fact that he wasn't focusing on the assignment that was given to him. Hinata-san. Sita-san? Do you need help? You look like you're struggling. Yeah, that would be great, haha. I haven't even started the questions for the interview. I'd be glad to help. Share the document with me. Alright. Hinata watched Sita type sophisticated questions on the document. Anybody could see that it was specifically for Kajiyama. What are you thinking of when you said? Who was your strongest enemy? Can you explain how you first created the flying quick with Hashiumi? Wow, it seems like you know a lot about Kajiyama. Yeah, I do. He's my favorite player. I watch him all the time. Really? Yeah. He's so handsome and he looks so mystical. He never makes any mistakes and never does any silly things. He's my dream boyfriend. PFFFT. Hey. Don't laugh at me. Hinata didn't notice his own chuckle, it just slipped out. Hearing Sita's descriptions of Kajiyama, his awkward but silly rival, made him laugh. Haha, you're better suited for this job than me. Flashback. I'm so sorry, but you have functional impairment. What? Your previous doctor seems to have misdiagnosed your son's condition and has given inadequate treatment. It seems to be too late to treat it now. Hinata's world broke down. No more spiking. Forever? No more excited heartbeats right before a spike? No more chugging water after a sweaty game? No more stings of the ball from receiving? No more volleyball? I will sue that damn doctor. Earlier Hinata had felt his knee worsened throughout practice, but decided to ignore it. He assumed it was normal for it to ache like that after a treatment. For it to ache so bad that it made it excruciatingly painful to ride his bike back home. He thought it was normal to stay up all night hugging his knee. He thought it was just the aftermath of the surgery. Hinata stared at the floor in pure dismay. He was dejected, something nobody had seen before. The tangerine was always a ball of sunshine and never looked so dejected that he couldn't even cry. Ha 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 ha. Hinata started to laugh maniacally, which startled his mother. Ha 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 ha, it must be a joke. Mom, a joke. Hinata honey. When Hinata's mother broke into tears, he broke out of his trance and began to embrace reality. Mom, what should I do now? Volleyball is the only thing I know how to do. I don't know, honey, but you don't have to be successful. You can live with me till the end of the world without a job if you wanted to. Hinata just cried more at his mother's attempt in comforting him. But really, what would he do now? Time skip. Hinata-san. I'm done. Why yeah, thanks Sita-san. Tell me all about the interview when you're done. Oh okay. Hinata glanced at the clock and noticed it was already lunchtime. Sita-san, we missed the beginning of lunchtime. Oh no. I guess we were too immersed in talking about Kageyama haha. Why yeah haha. Sita and Hinata both stood up and started walking down the sleek hallway and into the elevator. Hinata-san, I was just wondering, but what did you do in high school? High school? Yeah. I was the president of the student council. Sita-san, that's amazing. I know right. What about you? Oh, I was a middle blocker in a volleyball club. Oh really? That's so cool. I guess it makes sense, since you're really tall. I was really short back then, people teased me about it. Really? I would never have expected that. Haha, puberty hit me hard. Cool. Oh. Then this interview is such a perfect fit for you. You interviewing Kageyama Tobio. Why yeah. Is there anything wrong? And no? Hey, what high school did you? The elevator doors opened to reveal a familiar figure. Hinata? Sita? Oh. Hello section manager. Perfect timing. Hello. Hinata, how are the interview questions going? It's going very well. Actually, Sita-san assisted me when I was struggling. Oh? Is that so? Yes, section manager. I'm sorry, but I just had to intervene. I'm really interested in volleyball, so. Did you finish the work assigned to you, Sita? Yeah. Alright, then I see no problem. Sita, you can continue assisting Hinata. Thank you. Flashback. King glass of milk. Hinata? Why aren't you coming to practice? Hinata? Oi Bogue. Bogue. Shoyo? Sugamama purple heart. Hinata, are you okay? You haven't been coming to practice. Hey Hinata, even Tsuki is worried you haven't been coming for a few days. Skull. Daichi skull. Hinata, you haven't been attending practice for a while now. Hinata, we're all worried about you. Could you at least tell me what's happening? Jesus Latin cross. Hinata? Why didn't you come to practice yesterday? Are you okay? Do you need me to go to church and pray for you? Simp number 1. My precious cow, hey, are you okay? Distraught face with tightly closed eyes. Yeah, are you okay? Thank for HNVFDK. That was Ryu, he stole my phone. Anyways, are you okay? SHOYOO loudly crying face. Don't die. Shoyu. Please come back, we miss you so much. Even Tsuki the salty dinosaur showed interest, and you know that it means that he misses you also. We have a practice match with Nakoma and you always like meeting Kenma. When are you coming back? Simp number 2. Shoyu, your senpai misses you. SHOYOO loudly crying face. Shoya. Tsuki told me that he misses you. Hinata, this is Tsukishima here. I just wanted to inform you that I did not say that. Please do not listen to this bald sim. I'm not bald. SHOYO sad pensive face. Distraught face. Yams green heart. Hinata, are you okay? Please come back. Hinata turned over his phone. He was in his bed groaning and grimacing the entire day. TCH. I hate that doctor, I want to sue him. Shit. I want to die. I can't do anything but volleyball. Hinata heard the doorbell ring downstairs. He heard some soft chattering which was replaced with footsteps up the stairs. What's that? Hinata, are you here? Sugaura-senpai? Yeah, it's me. I was worried so I came here. I bought meat buns? I'm not hungry, it's fine senpai. Hinata, I'll just get to the point. What's wrong? Sugaura heard silent weeping and slowly approached the lump in the blanket. Honey, what's wrong? I don't want to see our little sunshine upset. Hinata was interrupted by his own sobs. By now, Sugaura was extremely concerned, watching Karasuno's ball of sunshine cry. It's okay, tell me what's wrong. I quit volleyball. There was a moment of silence in the room. All you could hear was the flapping of the curtains against the window. What? I hurt my knee and the doctor said it won't repair. Your knee? That fucking crappy doctor misdiagnosed me. If the doctor was a proper doctor who didn't cheat through online medical school, I would be fine now. Hinata, I'm so sorry. I loved volleyball so much and I don't know what I should do anymore. Hinata, you can do anything. You're amazing and you try really hard. Don't be brought down by this. No matter what you do, even if you work as an anti-volleyball protester, I'll support you. Thank you. All night, sobs would be heard in the neighborhood, sobs of a small and precious Tangerine and the soothing voice like a mother's comforting him. Time skip. Hinata-san. Bye. Goodbye. Make sure to have a good time interviewing Kajiyama Tobio tomorrow. Yeah. When Hinata got home, he jumped into his bed and stared at the moon. The moon comforted him and calmed him down, until he saw Kajiyama's face in it. Hinata abruptly closed the curtains and stared at the painting at the other side of the room. Why did he just? The beautiful painting of a bowl of fruits. The painting he was staring at had also turned into a Kajiyama. The foo. Hinata then closed his eyes. He felt relieved that he saw black, like he normally should, until his hallucination zoomed out of the black, which was Kajiyama's hair, showing the blueberry's face. What's wrong with me? Hinata suffered for a few hours in the blueberry paradise until his sister came to his rescue. Why are you wailing? Natsu, help. ? I'm having hallucinations. I'm so sorry, but I DK how to help you with that except doing this. Doing what? Natsu punched Hinata in the chin, knocking him out. Ouch. The next day, Hinata woke up with a slight aching in his chin. It took him long second to realize what happened to him last night. Natsu. Whoa, calm down. Come on, you know you didn't have to hit me. What else was I supposed to do? I'm the fucking captain of the boxing team. I expected you to use your brain, not your fists. I pay for your stupid tuition. Whatever. Fuck you. Love you too. Bye. Flashback. Honey. Mom? I'm so sorry. At least you had that senpai to comfort you, right? Yeah, Mom? Yes? Can I transfer schools? Huh? Every time I pass by the gym, I feel like my heart would ache from all the memories I can't ever continue. I'd cry at the sight of my team playing without me. I know it's selfish of me to do this, but can I please transfer? Anything you want, honey. Time skip. Today's the interview. Damn it. Hinata was fidgeting with the hem of his shirt in the subway, on the way to the volleyball stadium. He really didn't want to do this, but there was no choice. It was either him getting a promotion or failing to get it because he's a coward. Hinata took a deep breath and entered the stadium, taking a seat. And Kajiyama Tobio of Adler sets to Hoshiumi, scoring a point. That was the match point, giving Adlers the game. They scored a point with the flying quick. It's a very unique quick, for the point it is hit is extremely high. Plus, it's in minus tempo, making it look like Hoshiumi is flying. Hinata squeezed his chest. It was supposed to be him there, not Hoshiumi. If he wasn't careless and didn't get his knee injured, he would have conjured up a far more dazzling attack than the flying quick. However, there was no time to daydream. Hinata had to complete the interview successfully. He dashed down the stairs in his suit, approaching Kajiyama slowly. Kajiyama was busy answering questions from other announcers, unable to notice the nervous Tangerine. When he finished, he was about to turn and go when, "Hello, I'm Hinata, an announcer from HDW News. I have a few questions for you." Kajiyama nodded, glanced at the floor. While Hinata was away, he developed a habit of looking at the floor when somebody speaks to him, like Hinata was there on the ground. Kajiyama looked up at the announcer. He couldn't see what he looked like, or he was wearing a mask and a hoodie, which seemed pretty shady. Hinata thought of the refined questions Sita has thought up for him. "What are you thinking of when you said?" "I'm thinking of." Hinata. "I'm thinking of the angle, speed, wind, my teammates' locations, etc. I focus a lot on my surroundings whenever I toss. I believe it's important to do so as a setter." Thank you. That was a helpful answer. May I ask you who your strongest enemy was? My strongest enemy was Hinata. My strongest enemy had to be the Blue Serpents. They were a promising team. It's a shame that they couldn't make it to the nationals. Yes, it was a shame. Lastly, can you explain how you first created the flying quick with Hoshiumi? I'm sure it has been mentioned a lot. It has been mentioned a lot. After all, even I was surprised at how high Hoshiumi could hit. Hinata felt a squeezing of his heart. He could have jumped higher, only if he had continued. Why yes, the quick goes all what I mean the quick is amazing. Dang it. Why did you use onomatopoeia? You could have been caught. Baka. Dwa? That sounds familiar. Ah, the flying quick. Well, I first created it in high school with another member, but he happened to quit volleyball, unfortunately, so I had to pass it on to Hoshiumi. Is that so? Well, thank you. Bye. Hinata hurried away, when Kajiyama caught a glimpse of his orange hair, peeking out of the cab. Orange hair? Wait. Kajiyama dashed over to reach the orange, when he was blocked by another crowd of reporters. He tried his best to escape them, but he failed. He sat in despair when he remembered something. HDW News. Kajiyama knew that after a game, the traffic would be terrifying. He dashed along the sidewalk, looking for a van with HDW on it. He spotted a van that perfectly matched his descriptions and peered through the window, making eye contact with Hinata. Eek. Hinata freaked out at the monster chasing his van. However, he was too scared to stop and have a talk with Kajiyama, his long-lost blueberry friend. Faster, go faster please. The driver attempted to go faster, but failed to, due to the traffic. The chase ended with Kajiyama grabbing the tangerine at the gates of the HDW News office. Hinata Shoyo, you come with me. Hinata was being dragged by the blueberry to an alley. Even thought Hinata was much taller, he couldn't budge under the strength of a professional volleyball player. Kajiyama. Bogue. Hinata Bogue. Why didn't you tell me who you were right there in the stadium? I was looking for you for years, you idiot. At least tell me if you're gonna quit. G. Gomen. Why didn't you tell me? Do you know how worried I was? Worried? Not angry? Why would I be angry, Bogue? Because without me, we can't do the minus tempo quick, and that's our secret weapon. Plus, it was my mistake for falling off the bike when Hinata was interrupted by warm tears falling on his hands. Bogue, I missed you so much. I looked for you. I almost considered quitting volleyball to look for you. You don't know how much you mean to me. I hate to see you like this. Kajiyama, you're crying. Shut up. Oh okay. Kajiyama cried for a few more minutes, as Hinata watched him with a confused look on his face. Why was the blueberry, the king, who never cried, crying? Hinata. Yeah? Go out with me. I said go out with me. Wait I can't lose you again. I don't want you to run away like last time. Hinata looked at the eager blueberry. He could almost imagine the droopy ears and tail. It's alright. Take your time. My contacts are the same as before. Kajiyama slowly walked out of the alley. Hinata was staring at his back, watching him get further and further away. Don't leave. Hinata, who seemed to be hypnotized by an unknown force, tugged on Kajiyama's hand. Alright, I'll go out with you. Kajiyama looked at Hinata in surprise and brightened up. Really? Hinata was tomato red after saying this and slapped Kajiyama's hand away. Whatever. Kajiyama just stared at the tall blushing tangerine. I'll never get used to your height. Hinata stuck out his tongue at Kajiyama and walked out of the alley, holding his hand. I missed you. I missed you too.